fickle crew have deserted Reginald and sworn allegiance to his rival, and all, forsooth, because he has glanced with passing favor on a puling milkmaid. Fools! Of that fancy he was soon weary, and then I, who alone am faithful to him, shall reap my reward. But do not dally too long, Reginald, for my charms are ripe, Reginald, and already they are decaying. Better secure me ere I have gone too far.
rapturously these maidens love me, and how hopelessly. Oh, patience, patience, with the love of thee in my heart, what have I for these poor, mad maidens? But an unvalued pity. Alas, they will die of hopeless love for me, as I shall die of hopeless love for thee.
Sir, will it please you, read to us?
Yes, child, if you will. What shall I read?
One of your own poems.
One of my own poems? Better not, my child. They will not cure thee of thy love.
Mr. Bunthorne used to read us a poem of his own every day.
And to do him justice, he read them extremely well.
Oh, did he so? Very well. Who am I that I should withhold my gifts from you? What am I but a trustee? Here is a decollete, a pure and simple thing, a very daisy. A babe might understand it. To appreciate it, it is not necessary to think of anything at all.
Let us think of nothing at all.
Gentle Jane was as good as gold. She always did as she was told. She never spoke when her mouth was full, or caught blue bottles, their legs to pull, or spilt plum jam on her nice new frock, or put white mice in the 8-day clock, or vivisected her last new doll, or fostered a passion for alcohol. And when she grew up, she was given in marriage to a first-class earl who keeps his carriage. I believe I am right in saying that there is not one word in that decollete which is calculated to bring the blush of shame to the cheek of modesty.
Not one. It is purity itself.
Here's another. Teasing Tom was a very bad boy. A great big squirt was his favorite toy. He put live shrimps in his father's boots and sewed up sleeves of his Sunday suits. He punched his poor little sisters' heads and cayenne-peppered their four-post beds. He plastered their hair with cobbler's wax and dropped hot halfpennies down their backs. The consequence was he was lost totally and married a girl in the Corps de Ballet.
Market you how grandly, how relentlessly the damning catalogue of crimes strode on, till retribution, like a poisoned hawk, came swooping down upon the wrongdoer. It was terrible.
Oh, sir, you are indeed a true poet, for you touch our hearts, and they go out to you.
This is simply cloying. Ladies, I am sorry to appear ungallant, but this is Saturday, and you have been following me about ever since Monday. I should like the usual half-holiday. I would take it as a personal favor if you would kindly allow me to close early today.
Oh, sir, do not send us from you.
Poor, poor girls. It is best to speak plainly. I know that I am loved by you, but I never can love you in return, for my heart is fixed elsewhere. Remember the fable of the magnet and the churn.
But we don't know the fable of the magnet and the churn.
Don't you?
No!
Then I'll sing it for you. Hung in a hardware shop, and all around was a loving crop of scissors and needles, nails and knives, offering love for all their lives. But for I'm the magnet felt no whim, though he charmed I, it charmed not him. From needles and nails and knives it turned, for it set his love on a silver churn.
A silver churn.
A silver churn. His most aesthetic, very magnetic fancy took this turn. If I can wheedle a knife or a needle, why not a silver churn?
His
Iron and steel express surprise. The needles open their well-drilled eyes. The penknives felt shut up, no doubt. The scissors declared themselves cut out. The kettles they boiled with rage, 'tis said, while every nail went off its head, and hither it began to roam, till a hammer came up and drove them home.
It drove them home.
It drove them home. While this magnetic, peripatetic lover he lived to learn, by no endeavor can magnet ever attract the silver churn.
By this magnetic, peripatetic lover he lived to learn, by no endeavor can magnet ever attract the silver churn.
At last they are gone. What is this mysterious fascination that I seem to exercise over all I come across? A curse on my fatal beauty, for I am sick of conquests.
Archibald!
Patience!
I have escaped with difficulty from my Reginald. I wanted to see you so much that I might ask you if you still love me as fondly as ever.
Love you, if the devotion of a lifetime.
Hold! Unhand me, or I scream. If you are a gentleman, pray remember that I am another's. But you do love me, don't you?
Madly, hopelessly, despairingly.
That's right. I never can be yours, but that's right.
And you love this bunthorn?
With a heart-whole ecstasy that withers and scorches and burns and stings. It is my duty.
Admirable girl, but you are not happy with him.
Happy? I am miserable beyond description.
That's right. I never can be yours, but that's right.
But go now. I see dear Reginald approaching. Farewell, dear Archibald. I cannot tell you how happy I am to know that you still love me.
Ah, if I only dared.
So, this language to one who is promised to another. Oh, Archibald, think of me sometimes, for my heart is breaking. He is so unkind to me, and you would be so loving.
Loving!
Advance one step, and as I am a good and pure woman, I scream. Farewell, Archibald. Oh, stop there. Think of me sometimes. Advance at your peril. Once more, adieu. What is the matter, dear Reginald? If you have any sorrow, tell it to me, that I may share it with you. It is my duty.
Who are you talking with just now?
With dear Archibald.
Dear Archibald. Upon my honor, this is too much.
A great deal too much.
Oh, do be quiet.
Crushed again.
I think he is the noblest, purest, and most perfect being I have ever met. But I don't love him. It is quite true that he is devotedly attached to me, but I don't love him. Whenever he grows affectionate, I scream. It is my duty.
I dare say.
So do I.
Oh, for heaven.
I dare say.
Why, how could I love him and love you too? You can't love two people at once.
Can't you, though?
No, you can't. wish you could.
I don't believe you know what love is.
Yes, I do. There was an happy time when I didn't. But a bitter experience has taught me. Love is a plaintive song, sung by a suffering maid, telling a tale of wrong, telling of hope betrayed, tuned to each changing note, sorry when he is sad, line to his every note, merry when he is glad, merry when he is glad. Love that more wrong than pure, love that is always pure, that is the love that's pure, that is the love that's true. Love that more wrong than pure, love that is always pure, that is the love that's pure, that is the love that's true. Rendering good for ill, smiling at every frown, yielding your own self-will, loving your teardrops down, never a selfish whim, trouble or pain to store, everything for him, nothing at all for her, nothing at all for her. Love that will I endure, though the rewards be few, that is the love that's pure, that is the love that's true. Love that will I endure, though the rewards be few, that is the love that's pure, that is the love that's true.
Everything's gone wrong with me since that smug-faced idiot came here. Before that, I was admired, I may say, loved.
Too mild. Adore.
Oh, do let a poet soliloquize. The damoiselles used to follow me wherever I went. Now they all follow him.
Not all. I am still faithful to you.
Yes, and a pretty damoiselle you are.
No. Not pretty. Massive. Cheer up. I will never leave you. I swear it.
Oh, thank you. I know what it is. It is confounded mildness. They find me too highly spiced, if you please. Maybe I am too highly spiced.
Not for my taste.
No, but I am for theirs. But I'll show the world I can be as mild as he. If they want insipidity, they shall have it. I'll meet this fellow on his own ground and beat him on it.
You shall, and I will help you.
You will? Oh, Jane, there's a good deal of good in you, after all.
So go to him and say to him with compliment ironical,
Sing hey to you, good day to you, and that's what I shall say.
your style is much too sanctified, your cut is too canonical.
Sing bar to you, ha to you, and that's what I shall say.
I was the beau ideal of the morbid young aesthetical. To doubt my inspiration was regarded as heretical, until you cut me out with your placidity emetical.
Sing boo to you, poo to you, and that's what I shall say. Sing boo-doo, poo-poo-doo, and that's what I shall say.
Sing hey to you, good to you, sing boo to you, ha ha to you, sing oh, boo boo to you, and that's what you should say. Sing hey to you, good day to you, sing oh to you, ha ha to you, sing oh to you,
and that's what I shall say. And that's what I shall say. Ba boom, and that's what I shall say. I'll tell him that unless he will consent to be more jocular.
Sing boo to you, boo to you, and that's what you should say.
To cut his curly hair and stick an eyeglass in his ocular.
Sing ba to you, ha ha to you, and that's what you should say.
To stuff his conversation full of gibble and of quiddity, to dine on chops and roly-poly pudding with avidity, he'd better clear away with all convenient rapidity.
Sing hey to you, good day to you, and that's what you should say.
Sing boo to you, poo to you, and that's what I shall say.
Sing hey to you, good day to you, sing ba to you, ha ha to you, sing ba to you, boo to you, and that's what you should say. Sing hey to you, good day to you, sing ba to you, ha ha to you, sing ba to you,
and that's what I shall say. And that's what I shall say. Ba and that's what I shall say. He will consent to be more jocular.
Sing boo to you, poo to you, and that's what you should say.
To cut his curly hair and stick an eyeglass in his ocular.
Sing ba to you, ha ha to you, and that's what you should say.
To stuff his conversation full of quibble and of quiddity, to dine on chops and roly-poly pudding with avidity, he'd better clear away with all convenient rapidity.
Sing hey to you, good day to you, and that's what you should say.
Sing boo-doo, poo-poo-doo, and that's what I shall say.
Sing hey to you, good day to you, sing ba to you, ha ha to you, sing boo to you, and that's what you should say. Sing hey to you, good day to you, sing ba to you, ha ha to you, sing boo to you,
and that's what I shall say. And that's what I shall say. Ba, and that's what I shall say.
It's clear that medieval art alone retains its zest. To charm and please its devotees, we've done our little best. We're not quite sure if all we do has the early English ring, but as far as we can judge, it's something like this sort of thing. You hold yourself like this, you hold yourself like that. By hook and crook, you try to look both angular and flat. We venture to expect that what we recollect, though but a part of true high art, will have its due effect. If this is not exactly right, we hope you won't upbraid. You can't get high aesthetic tastes like trousers ready-made. True views on medievalism time alone will bring, but as far as we can judge, it's something like this sort of thing. You hold yourself like this, you hold yourself like that. By hook and crook you try to look both angular and flat, to cultivate the trim rigidity of limb. You hope to get a marionette and form your style on him.
It's quite clear that our only chance of making a lasting impression on these young ladies is to become as aesthetic as they are.
Oh, no doubt. The only question is how far we've succeeded in doing so. I don't know why, but I've an idea that this is not quite right.
I don't like it. I never did. I don't see what it means. I do it, but I don't like it.
My good friend, the question is not whether we like it, but whether they do. They understand these things, we don't. Now, I shouldn't be surprised if this were effective enough. At a distance?
I can't help thinking we're a little stiff at it. It would be extremely awkward if we were to be struck so.
Oh, I don't think we shall be struck so. Perhaps we're a little awkward at first, but everything must have a beginning. Oh, here they come. Attention!
Oh, Sophia, see, the immortal fire has descended on them, and they are of the inner brotherhood. Perceptibly intense and consummately utter.
How Botticellian, how Fra Angelican. Oh, art, we thank thee for this boon.
I'm afraid we're not quite right.
Not supremely, perhaps, but oh, so but. Oh, Sophia, are they not quite to all but?
They are indeed jolly utter.
I wonder what the inner brotherhood usually recommend for cramp.
Ladies, we will not deceive you. We are doing this at some personal inconvenience with a view of expressing the extremity of our devotion to you. We trust it's not without its effect.
We will not deny that we are much moved by this proof of your attachment.
Oh, yes, your conversion to the principles of aesthetic art in its highest development has touched us deeply.
And if Mr. Grosvenor should remain obdurate,
Which we have every reason to believe he will.
I wish they'd make haste.
oh, we are not prepared to say that our yearning hearts will not go out to you.
By sections of threes, rapture!
Oh, it's extremely good. For beginners, it's admirable.
The only question is, who will take who?
Oh, the Duke chooses first as a matter of course.
Oh, I couldn't think of it. You really are too good.
Nothing of the kind. You are a great matrimonial fish, and it's only fair that each of these ladies should have a chance of hooking you. Now, it's perfectly simple, observe. Suppose you choose Angela, I take Sophia, Major takes nobody. Suppose you choose Sophia, Major takes Angela, I take nobody. Suppose you choose neither, I take Angela, Major takes Sophia. Clear as day.
If Sophia I choose to marry, I shall be fixed up for life. Then the Colonel need not marry, Angela can be his wife.
In that case, unprecedented single, I shall live and die. I shall have to be contented with their heartfelt sympathy.
He will have to be contented with our heartfelt sympathy.
In that case, unprecedented single, I shall live and die. I will have to be contented with a heartfelt sympathy. I shall have to be contented with a heartfelt sympathy. I shall have to be contented with a heartfelt sympathy.
if on Angie I determine at my wedding she'll appear, decked in diamond and ermine, Major then can take Sophia.
In the case unprecedented, single I shall live and I shall have to be contented with the heartfelt sympathy.
He will have to be contented with a heartfelt sympathy. In that case unprecedented, single he will live and die. He will have to be contented with a heartfelt sympathy. He will have to be contented with a heartfelt sympathy. He will have to be contented with a heartfelt sympathy.
After some debate internal, if on neither I decide, Sophia then can take the colonel, and she be the major's bride. In that case unprecedented, single I must live and die. I shall have to be contented with the heartfelt sympathy.
He will have to be contented with the heartfelt sympathy. In that case unprecedented, single I must live and die. I shall have to be contented with the heartfelt sympathy. He will have to be contented with the heartfelt sympathy. He will have to be contented with the heartfelt sympathy.
It is very pleasant to be alone. It is pleasant to be able to gaze at leisure upon those features which all others may gaze upon at their good will. I am a very Narcissus.
It's no use. I can't live without admiration. Ever since Grosvenor came here, insipidity has been at a premium. Is there?
Bunthorne, come here. Look. Very graceful, isn't it?
Allow me. I haven't seen it.
Oh, yes, it is. Grace. Oh, good gracious, not that. This.
You don't mean that, but I'm in no mood for trifling.
And what is amiss?
Ever since you came here, you have entirely monopolized the affections of the young ladies. I don't like it, sir.
My dear sir, how can I help it? They are the plague of my life. My dear Mr. Bunthorne, with your personal disadvantages, you can have no idea of the inconvenience of being madly loved at first sight by every woman you meet.
Sir, until you came here, I was adored.
Exactly. Until I came here. That's my grievance. I cut everybody out. I assure you, if you could only suggest some means whereby, consistently with my duty to society, I could escape these inconvenient attentions, you would earn my everlasting gratitude.
I'll do so at once. However popular it may be with the world at large, your personal appearance is highly objectionable to me.
It is? Oh, thank you, thank you. How can I express my gratitude?
By making a complete change at once. Your conversation must henceforth be perfectly matter-of-fact. You must cut your hair and have a back parting.
Beg pardon?
Back parting, sir. In appearance and costume, you must be absolutely commonplace.
No, pardon me. That's impossible.
Take care. When I am thwarted, I am very terrible.
I can't help that. I am a man with a mission, and that mission must be fulfilled.
I don't think you quite appreciate the consequences of thwarting me.
I don't care what they are.
Suppose I don't go so far as to say that I would do it, but suppose for one moment that I were to curse you. Very well. Take care.
But surely you would never do that.
Oh, I don't know. It'd be an extreme measure, no doubt. Still.
But you would not do it. I am sure you would not. Oh, Mr. Bunthorne, reflect. had a mother once? Never. Then you had an aunt? Ah, I see you had. By the memory of that aunt, I implore you to pause ere you resort to this last fearful expedient. Oh, Mr. Bunthorne, reflect! Reflect!
I must not allow myself to be unmanned. It is useless. Consent at once. Or mere nephews curse.
Hold! Are you absolutely resolved?
Absolutely.
Will nothing shake you?
Nothing. I am adamant.
Very good. Then I yield.
You what?
I yield.
You swear it?
I do cheerfully. I have long wished for a reasonable pretext for such a change as you suggest. It has come at last. I do it on compulsion.
Victory! I triumph! When I go out of door, of damosels a score, all sighing and burning and clinging and yearning will follow me as before. I shall with cultured taste distinguish gems from paste, and hide little will rank as a little if I pronounce it chaste. A most intense young man, a soulful-eyed young man, an ultra-poetical, super-aesthetical, out-of-the-way young man.
Conceive me if you can, an everyday young man, a commonplace type with a stick and a pipe and a harp and black and tan, who thinks suburban hops, or fun and Monday pops, who's fond of his dinner and doesn't get dinner on bottled beer and chops.
A commonplace young man, a matter-of-fact young man, a steady and solidly jolly bank holiday everyday young man, a Japanese young man, a blue and white young man, Francesca Rimini, Nimini, Pimini, je ne sais quoi young man,
a Chancery Lane young man, a Somerset House young man, a very delectable, highly respectable threepenny bus young man,
a Paladin thin young man, a haggard and lank young man, a greenery, yellery, grove in a gallery, foot in the grave young man,
a Sewell and Crofts young man, a Hall and James young man, a pushing young particle, what's the next article, Waterloo House young man. Conceive me if you can, a matter-of-fact young man, an alphabetical, a arithmetical, everyday young man. Conceive me if you can, a matter-of-fact young man, an alphabetical, a arithmetical, everyday young man.
I go out the damosels a score, all sighing and bending and clinging and yearning will follow me as before. I shall with cultured taste distinguish gems from paste, and hide little will rank as a little if I pronounce it chaste.
A most intense young man, a soulful-eyed young man, an ultra-poetical, super-aesthetical, out-of-the-way young man. Conceive me if you can, an everyday young man, a commonplace type with a stick and a pipe and a harp and black and tan, who thinks suburban hops, or fun and Monday pops, who's fond of his dinner and doesn't get dinner on bottled beer and chops.
A commonplace young man, a matter-of-fact young man, a steady and stolidly jolly bank holiday everyday young man, a Japanese young man, a blue and white young man, Francesca Rimini, Nimini, Pimini, je ne sais quoi young man,
a Chancery Lane young man, a Somerset House young man, a very delectable, highly respectable threepenny bus young man,
a Paladin thin young man, a haggard and lank young man, a greenery, yellery, grove in a gallery, foot in the grave young man,
a Sewell and Crofts young man, a Hall and James young man, a pushy young particle, what's the next article, Waterloo House young man. Conceive me if you can, a matter-of-fact young man, an alphabetical, a aesthetical, everyday young man. Conceive me if you can, a matter-of-fact young man, an alphabetical, a aesthetical, everyday young man.
It's all right, I have committed my last act of ill nature, and henceforth I am a changed character. When I go out the door, whoops, damsel.
Reginald dancing? And what in the world is the matter with you?
Patience! I'm a changed man.
Hitherto I have been gloomy, moody, fitful, uncertain in temper, and selfish in disposition.
You have indeed.
Oh, that has changed. I have reformed. I have modelled myself upon Mr. Grosvenor. Henceforth, I am mildly cheerful. My conversation will blend amusement with instruction. Oh, I shall still be aesthetic, but my aestheticism will be of the most pastoral kind.
Oh, Reginald, is all this true?
Oh, yes, quite true. Observe how amiable I am.
But, Reginald, how long will this last?
With occasional intervals for rest and refreshment. For as long as I do.
Oh, Reginald, I'm so happy I cannot express the joy I feel at this change. It will no longer be a duty to love you, but a pleasure, a rapture, an ecstasy.
Oh, my darling.
But oh, horror!
What's the matter?
Is it quite certain that you have absolutely reformed? That you are henceforth a perfect being, utterly free from defect of any kind?
Oh, yes, quite certain. I have sworn it.
Then I never can be yours.
Why not?
Love, to be pure, must be absolutely unselfish. And there can be nothing unselfish in loving so perfect a being as you have now become.
Stop, wait a bit. I don't want to change. I'll relapse. I'll be as I was. No, interrupted.
Pure and cross young men, a steady and solidly jolly big holiday every day, young men.
We sway as a world to girls, we're mad at the ways of girls, we're prettily, prettily, cheerily, cheerily, every day, young girls.
Angela, Ella, Safia, what does this mean?
It means that Archibald the All-Right cannot be all wrong, and if the All-Right chooses to discard aestheticism, it proves that aestheticism ought to be discarded.
Oh, Archibald, I'm shocked, surprised, horrified.
Hey, I can't help it. I'm not a free agent. I do it on compulsion.
Why, this is terrible. Go. I shall never set eyes on you again. But, oh, joy!
What's the matter?
It is quite certain that you will always be a commonplace young man.
Always? I've sworn it.
Why then, there's nothing to prevent my loving you with all the fervour at my command.
Why, that's true.
My Archibald!
My patience! Oh!
Crushed again.
Cheer up. I am still here. I have never left you, and I never will.
Thank you, Jane. After all, there's no denying it. You're a fine figure of a woman.
My Reginald.
My Jane.
Oh.
Ladies, the Duke has at length determined to select a bride.
I have a great gift to bestow. Approach such of you as are truly lovely. In personal appearance, you have all that is necessary to make a woman happy. In common fairness, I think I ought to choose the only one among you who has the misfortune to be distinctly plain. Jane!
Duke!
Crushed again.
After much debate internal, I on Lady Jane decide, and she now may take the Colonel, Safia be the Major's bride.
In that case, unprecedented, single, I must live and die. I shall have to be contented with the tulip or the lie.
He will have to be contented with the tulip or the line.
die. He will have to be contented with the tulip-only life.